forgot my term last time. And I will channel these people live. You will see them manifest through my KGB sorcery live on stage. Through my Wiccan occult powers calling upon Wiccaphase Springs Eternal to come help me channel Morgoth to instantiate the Dagor Dagorath through my evil KGB sorcery, which we all know that's what I'm up to.
Call in and you don't present an argument, I will be the argument police. And I'm going to be like, halt. Oi! You got a permit for that fallacy, mate? I'm going to be the freaking logic police on you. I'm going to write you a ticket. So please, just make the argument. It's that simple. And we don't need to know that you don't like me. We don't need to know about that you think I'm a KGB, CIA sorcerer. We already know that. Okay, we know. So what's your argument?
How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm not bad. Where are you from?
The liminal space.
So this is a debate about God between atheists, Catholics, and all those good things?
It's open forum if you want to present that argument, sure.
So I don't believe in God. I think it's the biggest fairy tale ever told in life. It's all a bunch of bullshit wrote in a book about whoever wrote it.
Okay.
Because if you believe in God, you believe in misogyny, murder, rape, all that good stuff. So why would you want to worship a person like that?
Well, so you think those things are wrong, right?
Definitely.
What is your basis for thinking that those things are wrong?
Murdering somebody, unless you have a good reason. If I had a good reason to kill somebody, I'd probably kill somebody.
Okay, but
But
what if I don't have a good reason? Is it wrong?
Definitely. Why would you take someone's life if you have no reason to do it?
Okay, but why is it wrong?
Because you're taking a life.
Okay, but why is that wrong?
Right?
Right?
You're killing somebody unnecessarily.
You're just restating what it is, and I'm asking why it's wrong.
Because you shouldn't take someone else's life.
Yeah,
that's my perspective.
That's a circular argument.
Well, in my opinion, you shouldn't take a life unless there's a damn good reason.
Yeah, I understand that that's your view, but
what Jay's saying is an open debate isn't tell me your belief or opinion. It's give justifications and reasons why your opinion's true. That's
right.
What he's asking.
Why my opinion is true about murder?
Yeah.
I just think it's wrong.
Okay, but we want to know why it's objectively wrong, not why you think it's wrong. I mean, there's no God, right? I mean, the universe is we're just matter in motion. Who cares if one chunk of matter bumps into another chunk of matter and kills it? Why does that matter? Why does that matter?
I guess so people can live a life and have a life. I just think we evolved.
Well, I mean, why should we live a life and have a life? Maybe the point of life is to not have existence. I mean, there's a lot of religions that believe in negation.
Well, why wouldn't, if that's the case, why wouldn't when your mother, she was pregnant with you, just kill you?
Yeah, exactly. On your worldview, that would
bring you into the world.
On your worldview, that would make sense.
Yes, like why would she bring you in the world in the first place? Then just kill everybody, and there'd be no more population on Earth.
Right. So, in your view, there's not really a value on life. That's the point.
To a certain extent, no.
Okay. So then, why does it matter if people murder people?
Because maybe the people that people are just aimlessly murdering wanted to have a life and live a life.
So
maybe that's their perspective.
So they're just bags of meat. Who cares what bags of meat want?
I don't know. My opinion's changed to have kids. I guess I would want someone just randomly going to school.
Yeah, well, again, this is missing the whole point of what I'm asking you. I'm not asking you to keep telling me your position 20 times. I want to know why your position is the case.
A little condescending. I'm getting that feeling. I am an anti-theist of over 30, almost 40 years. I can describe where my feeling.
Okay. How did I all I did was say, I said, hey, what's up?
It's progressing. Let me finish. Don't interrupt.
Excuse me. Hold on.
In the way you present your position.
What are you talking about? I don't even know you, dude.
See, you keep interrupting. The triune God came from books that were written in 320.
All I did was say welcome.
Hey, Mr. Condescending, can I finish? Are you going to let me speak? Are you going to let me speak? You asked me to speak, and now you're cutting me off.
I will cut you off because it's my channel, and I don't have to let you speak.
And your arrogance is the only reason that nobody wants to listen to you.
Well, there's 400 people listening right now, so that's not true.
You're the only one that's demanding your word be spoken.
No, listen, I'm going to give you the floor, and all I said to you was, hey, what's up? And you're welcome to speak.
All right. Can I speak without being interrupted?
Yeah, but don't accuse me of something I didn't do to you.
Okay. So, moving forward, your book, the Bible, was written in 325 AD, ordered by Constantine.
No, it wasn't. You're fundamentally ignorant.
By Constantine.
You're fundamentally ignorant. You don't even know what you're talking about.
Look it up.
You don't know. Look it up, dude.
Look it up. You can look it up. You can look on Brave. Look it up.
Look on Brave. Are you that dumb? Seriously?
No. Google it if you believe it.
Do you think that the Bible came from Constantine when the old? No, it wasn't. What are you even talking about? Did the Hebrew Bible? The Hebrew Bible is hundreds of years prior to Constantine. You have no idea what you're talking about.
People did not.
You're a moron, dude. You're an idiot. I detect a little bit of condescension from you. This idiocy, especially of atheist boomers. Listen to that, dude. Wow. People didn't record things prior to Constantine? Okay. Mermaid Man, $5. I love the YouTube books, your YouTube and your books. Thank you. I listen to you and Sam Hyde. Oh, wow. For 8 hours a day? Woo! If you listen to me and Sam Hyde for 8 hours a day, I think you're going to go nuts. So be careful there. You're going to record it. Well, I'm not going to record it because then people won't come to the event. So it's all unknown, secret, Gnostic material. If you come, I will teach you how to be a KGB sorcerer and how to invoke the old ones. How to invoke the Lovecraftian entities from the beyond. I'm just joking. We don't do that. We talk about my new book, Meta-Narratives, Essays in Philosophy and Symbology. Chase Haggard, $1. Nobody cares, bro. Man, such unmitigated hate and bigotry coming out of the Haggard sisters there. Twin sisters, I might add. And they just never stop. I mean, it's just really sad the way that, whoever hurt these Haggard people really needs to think again in terms of how they're living, because they're creating traumatized, hurt monsters. So I think we should all put forward special intentions tonight for the Haggard sisters. In the Trinitarian worldview, is the Christmas tree pagan? No, it is not. Hope you make it down to Orlando. Well, yeah, I'm going to make it. I mean, we already reserved it and already paid for it. So I hope I make it to Orlando too, because I paid for it. It's quite a hassle, I've discovered, to organize events. So it's a whole other job. I see why people have people that do this for them, event organizer.
Yeah, I just have one quick question, bro. I'm not trying to get cooked on here. I know you be cooking people sometimes, but I'm not trying to get cooked.
That's okay. What's up? Go ahead.
Okay, cool. So I'm very interested in Orthodox Christianity. I just have one problem. It might be a simple problem. So what I don't understand is the church's position on the Jews, because I grew up evangelical. So the evangelicals teach God ultimately saves the Jews in the end, even though they've been rejecting the Messiah for 2 millennia. So my question is, what is the church's position on the Jews? And does God ultimately save them in the end? And I have a second additional question. The Orthodox Church has not been responsible for any anti-Semitism, has it? Again, this might seem like a minor problem to some people, but this is something that I've been thinking about a lot. Like, what is the church's position on the Jews? And will God ultimately
Right, so I think that there's nothing in rabbinical Judaism automatically that saves anybody. So the only way to be saved is through Christ, and that's the Orthodox position. So if you don't, Jesus says this pretty clearly throughout the Gospels in his messages and homilies, and that there's no way to the Father but through him. I think that most of the Orthodox Church Fathers that comment on the end times say that there will be a restoration and a conversion of the Jews. When that will be, we don't know. But that's my understanding of what the Church Fathers teach. I don't know about responsibility for that kind of hot button topic that we can't really get into on YouTube. But no, I don't think that we're responsible for that.
The person who got up to me was more like pro-Russia, but he's trying to make this weird dialectic or something about saying that the catacombs is the real church because of some letter written in by Patriarch Tikhon, and then afterwards because of Sergianism, like heresy spread within the church. So the modern day church.
So basically, all of the and that would mean then that everybody in row core is completely losing grace. It's just a stupid schismatic, uneducated argument, and those people never talk about the influence of the CIA in these operations. So there's a really good article that illustrates the nuances of this called "How Schismatics Are Being Used by the U.S. Government Against Orthodoxy." It's an article over at orthochristian.com. I'll put it beneath this discussion if you want to see why I think that. So this person makes a really solid argument as to why this is the case.
Because I understand the corrective baptism sort of discussion comes from like Catholics coming into Orthodoxy or Protestants coming into Orthodoxy, but not necessarily. I haven't really heard discussion of independent Orthodox coming into.
I would just say do whatever. So the people that you're under now, whatever they tell you to do, I would say do that.
Yeah, I agree. I was just curious what, because I just never heard anybody else talk about it.
Well, I don't think it's the biggest deal in the world, right? People think that this will be the issue that destroys and solves all of ecumenism, and I don't think it is. I mean, ecumenism is much more than just some debate about the, perfect baptism. So, I mean, if the church's grace can make up for what's lacking in terms of economia, then that's fine, and that you should just do what your bishop tells you to do. So that's my take on it. But good questions, man. Let's move on to... who's next? Architect something. I can't read the rest of your name. What's up, Architect? Architect, what's up? I mean, the people who make these huge issues about the baptism issue can't even tell you like 101 things about the Trinity. So they make mistakes on the Trinity, but they're hyper specified on these baptismal issues. Well, I kind of think Trinity is a little more important than that. So maybe you should get that right first before trying to correct everybody else in the world, John Kaufman. Yeah.
I have another question.
Sure.
On your views within Orthodoxy, and I was wondering, what's your view on the I forget how you say it, the Catacombs Church, the Russian Catacombs Church, because I have someone who like basically challenged me saying the Russian Orthodox Church is like evil and it's not an ecumenical.
Yeah,
church
this is a geopolitical motivated expression. People promote that because it's tied up with going back to stuff in the Cold War. So I don't think that modern Russia is the KGB communist state. The people that promote that are typically people caught up in Cold War dialectics, and it's a narrative that's fostered by the CIA as a tool to go against Russia, basically. That's it. So it doesn't really have anything to do with theology. It's more so something promoted by the CIA. So no, I don't support an underground. It's the same thing that like in China, the underground church is promoted by the West and by the CIA. So it's a geopolitical tool.
Oh, all right.
Are you talking about the schismatics? Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, people get into the TO stuff and all of that. Like, they're just unstable people, and they don't even realize they're being manipulated. They don't realize that these are geopolitical tools. So, and most of the people who, we've seen a lot of people in the Discord go off into these schismatic groups, and literally like 80% of them, not a lot, maybe 10 people over the last 4 years, like 8 out of 10 of them end up not even Christian anymore. So it's just a mess. But just don't waste your time with like these things. Looking for advice in deciding what classes to take in college. I don't know, man. I mean, I don't know how I could tell you what to take. I'm not being rude. I don't know you. I can't decide. I can decide only from 2: philosophy, logic 1, or ethics. I'm not a philosophy major, but what is the best for a pre-med student? I would just do introduction to philosophy to get an overall idea. I think if you try to do logic, you'll find it more like a math class and it'll be kind of boring. Ethics, I've always found ethics classes to be pretty boring. I do get really tired of the whole let's come up with an ethical dilemma. Ooh, right? Like, I just don't. I mean, it's important to know basic ethics stuff, and it's important to have, a basic logic class. But if you keep going in advanced logic, it'll be like math classes. And so, I mean, but that's me. So I would rather get kind of an introduction to Plato and Aristotle and Descartes and Kant and, the various philosophers. I would rather have that.